Hello, New York Jets fans. Well, it's over. That's the best news that we've had in a long time. It is over. The New York Jets 2025 campaign comes to an end at 3 wins and 14 losses. I thought me and Maddie were being like, when everybody else was giving their predictions on this show, in the comments section, all of that, a lot of optimism. And I thought that me and Maddie were maybe being a little harsh, even though we were trying to be truthful. I kept thinking, oh, are we being too harsh on this team? And we both, Maddie and I, predicted 5 wins on the season. And if it were, the New York Jets just know how to just really kick you in the nuts and say, hey, 5 wins? Okay, let me show you how it's done. And they come out with 3 wins on the season. Nobody expected them to beat the Buffalo Bills, or the Canadian Bills, as I like to call them. But it's the weird thing is I don't know. It's this last game. I mentioned it in my reaction video that I knew the Bills were going to be playing with backups, and I knew that Josh Allen and Cook, a lot of these guys were not going to be playing in this game, at least for long. So I was stupid and thinking, I didn't think the Jets would win because we're sitting out there with practice squad guys. But I thought, maybe we'll get a game out of this. Maybe we'll actually get a game out of this. And the Jets still, with the backup Buffalo or Canadian Bills, they still came in and wiped the floor with the New York Jets. This team is going to be so different next year. And I don't mean good or bad. I mean, you're not half, 60%, 70%, 80% of the team is not going to be on the field opening day, first game of the season in 2026. It's just not going to happen. We're going to talk about all that. We're going to talk about the game. We're going to talk about Aaron Glenn. We're going to talk about the opponents we have for next year. And it looks pretty grim. Let's start this show and get it going. All right, without further ado, let's bring in my co-host, the Beavis to my butthead, Maddie Jets. How you doing, Maddie?
Just glad that's over.
Yeah, right? That season was miserable.
God, and to think I look forward to it.
Yeah. Okay, let's say right now we're happy to have it in the rearview mirror.
Oh, yeah.
But once the Super Bowl is over, we're going to be sitting here excited for next season, even though we know it's probably not going to get much better.
Nope.
That's the
really. I just want to see if Dante Moore declares or not.
That's the big question. Yeah, if he does not declare, I don't want to take a quarterback.
No, exactly.
I want to wait till 2027. If he does declare, we've talked about this before, I want Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji to be sure that that's the guy they want.
Yeah, but at least they don't have to make any trades or flip-flops or anything else, because if if the Raiders take more, the Jets will take Mendoza. If the Raiders take Mendoza, the Jets will take more. But it's not going to cost them anything. So
Correct.
that's something.
Maddie, I'm
Ain't
telling you,
much.
I just feel so stupid when I figured out and I knew that the Bills were going to be playing pretty much their entire backup team. I didn't think the Jets would win, but I thought there might be a game, like a football.
I didn't think
game.
they'd humiliate themselves, which is exactly what they did.
And once again, still performed better than I expected.
Team is ass.
So this is our show that officially closes out the 2025 season, and you and I have gone on record that we are not in the fire Aaron Glenn camp.
Yeah.
It'd
be one thing if this team had a history of winning and he came in and it was just a shit show or what. No, this team does not have a history of anything. He had nothing to live up to. I have no problem with bringing him back next year. Let him do his thing.
Yeah, build a team. Him and Muji need to build their team. We've talked about this over and over again ad nauseum. And it just give him a shot. Now, the problem I see here, Maddie, is the next year's schedule. Now, once again, we don't have the actual schedule out, but we have our opponents for the 2026 season.
Right.
And it's a gauntlet, man.
It's nothing nice. I mean, the problem is again, we're in the AFC East, and because the Patriots got good again, kind of shit out of luck in that one.
It's almost like we're already looking at 4 losses. We're already
looking at 4 losses. Yeah. So it's kind of like, all right, well, what do you do from there?
Exactly. So what I want to do real quick is I want to look at these opponents because I really looked at these opponents. And while real quick, I forgot to mention this. Everyone in here, please hit that like button. It is free to hit the like button down below. It costs you nothing to show your support for this show. The Monday show now officially will be a 9 p.m. show, so it's going to be really easy for everyone to remember. There's no 2 different times. Monday and Saturday, 9 p.m. How simple is that? And then it just depends on, our schedules, what we have going, how long the Monday night show will go. The Saturday night show will always go the 2 hours, unless there's some, like I have to go do snow removal or anything like that. But I do the hitting that thumbs up really helps out. We have a lot of different ideas, at least I do, for what I'd like to do this off season, and it's do exactly the opposite of what we did last off season, and have every show just circled around whatever is going on with the New York Jets. We'll get into that. Obviously, that's how we will always start off a show. But I'm not going to spend an hour and a half, 2 hours talking about a rumor of something that happened, at one Jets drive, or a tweet that a player put out, or if there's rumors,
or who's not following who on fucking Instagram this week, and oh my gosh, that's a big deal. It's like, dude, get away.
Yeah, and if there's rumors that we're going to sign a free agent, we'll talk about it. But I'm not going to spend 2 hours on that subject.
Yeah, we're not going to beat that shit to death because we simply don't want to have that conversation that bad.
No, and when things happen, we will talk about it. But actually, before we get into, there's a lot of comments I just want to get to. I see people in here. Let's get to those, and then we'll get into the what my thoughts are of the 2026 opponents. But we saw Chris, our resident Bills fan, in the house. Ryan, Patriots fan, in the house. Valerie's in the house. She's a first lady, channel member. Just glad it's over. Good evening, guys. Good evening to you, Val. Ryan says we Patriots have LA, and I'm not worried about losing to the Chargers because LA Chargers. I keep forgetting that they're the LA Maddie.
I know. I still call them San Diego.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do about it. They're always going to be San Diego to me.
I'm such an old man, and like even yesterday when we were watching the game, I told my wife the score, and she of course just burst out laughing, and she goes, "You guys are clearly the worst team in the league," and I go, "Surprisingly, we're not." And she said, "Who's worse?" And I was like, "The Oakland Raiders." And then I went, "I'm sorry."
Sorry, they were LA, then they're Oakland, then they're Vegas, and sooner or later they'll be fucking Minneapolis. Who knows?
Yeah, the Raiders. It's the Raiders.
I figured out that like I long for 90s basketball and hockey and 80s baseball and football.
Do you think Ryan says it? Do you think the Chargers could put up a fight against the Patriots?
Sure. They're a good team. I mean, the thing is they narrowly missed getting the AFC West, title, if you want to call it a title. I really hate
Yeah.
calling it that, just being the top of that division. They're strong enough. They could do whatever. I mean, we'll see what happens. I certainly hope they do.
Maddie, that's another thing. I cannot
I'm not
stand.
betting on any fucking thing this season, by the way, this postseason. I don't everything is possible here.
Well, did you see that it's the first playoff since 2018 that doesn't include Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, and someone else.
I did not see that, but
yeah, it's
welcome
crazy.
to the world, kids.
But regardless, what I was saying was that I am done with, and I don't know how it needs. I am done with 8 and 9 teams making it into the playoffs.
Yeah, that shit's annoying. There's nothing to be done about it. It's just the way it's set up, and it sucks. But until the NHLPA and the owners all get together and decide that they're done fucking around, which they clearly don't care about, we're stuck with it.
Maddie, I want everybody to know I'm clearly not biased. This doesn't affect the Jets, but to see an 8 and 9 team not only make the playoffs but get a home game. And then there's teams that are 10 and 7 or 11 and 6 who don't make the playoffs. That's ridiculous to me. That's not fair. I want to see the best teams playing. Bottom line. End of story.
100%, man. I think we all agree on that. I don't know anybody who's
dude,
I love it when a shitty team weasels their way into a home
Maddie,
game.
I mentioned this on, I don't know if it was, I know I mentioned it at one point during one of my reaction videos, and I had a lot of people writing no, when you get that for winning your division. I don't give a shit. You get your hat, you get your shirt, you get your little banner.
You can argue you get it, but it's not the right thing to do. That's what I mean. It's just, yeah, you get it, yay you, but it's still bullshit. And I can't speak for everybody else, but I mean, if you really think that's the way shit should be, I can't help you.
Ali says, thanks for this show. I can't believe I fell in love with this team. I also can't believe you've gone through 40 years of this. I feel like celebrating. Yeah, Ali, we gave you an out, at the beginning of this season?
Yeah, you could be free.
Yeah, but you stuck by. You are a Jets fan now.
I respect it, but you've made a grave error.
Laker Nation J, our Pittsburgh Steelers correspondent. What's up, Mike? Steelers are AFC North champions. I'm so shocked. You guys needed so much help in that game. It was a miracle that you even had the lead at the end of the game. And then the Ravens kicker missing that kick is that was a Scott Norwood right there.
Cannot believe that.
But you know what? I feel good for him. If we beat you, you should be embarrassed. What is wrong with you? Yeah. To the Falcons and the Browns and the Bengals, hang your heads. Your heads.
Shame.
Go Pats. There you go.
No.
Happy season is finally over Monday, Mike. Yeah, it's over. Thank God.
Christ.
I got actually have a lot of people filling up our green room, Maddie. Well, we're obviously going to go right away with someone who I've been talking to who wasn't able to get on last week or something because he couldn't get the link to work, but he's here now. He's part of the Midnight Mike Show family tree. Ladies and gentlemen, Tommy Jets. How you doing, Tommy?
Hey, I know that guy.
Hey, what's up, fellas? It's been a while.
Is that a real background?
Yeah. I'm on Daytona Beach right now.
Fuck, are you?
Nice.
Cabo?
Yeah, dude, it's right on the beach. I don't know.
Why are you wearing a hoodie? You must be sweating like Michael Jackson at a Boy Scout.
Bro, it's 40 degrees here right now.
Really?
50.
Wow, that's crazy, dude.
We're right by the the ocean's literally right there, so it is cold.
Okay.
Well, Tommy, it's good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, it's been a while, man. It's been a while. Hope you guys have been doing good. I did try getting on the show for some reason. It doesn't let me through the comments I don't know why.
Yeah, it's weird sometimes.
Yeah, that is weird. I love that you're on location in Daytona Beach. It's like when I was it reminds me of when I was on location in Dollywood or when I was in Gettysburg. I've broadcast from a few weird locations. I think it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's fun. It's beautiful here. I mean, even though it's a little chilly, but I mean, hey man.
What is your reason for being there?
I'm at the Hula Bowl. The Hula Bowl starts tomorrow, so that is like one of the other all-star games with like the Senior Bowl, the Shrine Bowl, all that stuff. So I'm going to be seeing a couple prospects, potential Jet guys. Who knows? There's like a lot of scouts here, a lot of good players here, a lot of interesting players. So I'm very excited to see practices start tomorrow morning. So
Well,
should
let
be
me
fun.
let me ask you this, since you're usually our college guy. What are the chances, or what are the feelings you're getting of Adante Moore coming out in this draft?
So I know originally he was going to, and then wasn't going to, and now he might be going to again. And I think it was a McShay that said, well, he probably doesn't want to be drafted by the Jets. Dude's got 34 million reasons to be selected, though, so who knows? But if I'm Dante Moore, I come out in this draft because it is like, who else is there? You know what I mean? It's Fernando Mendoza, and then who?
Well, that's so basically what you're saying is he waits till next year. It's a larger QB class. He could have an off season or not as well. Do not as well, and then who knows? He may slide. Whereas he knows he'd be going number 2.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And plus, Arch Manning's supposed to declare next year. There's a lot of guys that are supposed to be good who are declaring next year. Mentier's probably going to declare next year because he had a bad season. Ty Simpson's probably going to declare because he had, a bad end of the season. A lot of guys that were supposed to be really good this year ended up sucking really badly, like Cade Klubnik, Garrett Nussmeier. A lot of these guys have done awful. So if I'm Dante Moore, I go this year and take my chances, whether that's with the Jets or if the Raiders end up picking him. Who knows?
Do you think there's a chance of that? Do you think there's a chance the Raiders don't take Mendoza and go with Moore?
It's possible.
I hope so.
Well, who do you think Mendoza is clearly the better guy?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I think Mendoza has a higher ceiling. I think he's more precise. I think Dante Moore's better on the run. But there's a lot that I like about Dante Moore's game too. He has a great deep ball. He's got good deep ball accuracy. He's good on the run. But I think Mendoza is just a better processor. I think he can go even when he has pressure in his face. Because before he was at Indiana, he was at the University of Cal, and Cal's offense was awful. And he was able to process going through all of his reads and still put up a good enough season to where Kurt Signetti at Indiana was like, hey, I want you on my team. And it helps that his brother was there too, but that's besides the point. And I think that Mendoza is just a better processor. He has a great arm himself. He's, sneaky athletic, if we want to say that. He's a fast kid in his own right. And I think he has the higher ceiling because he's able to process defenses quicker than Dante Moore can.
I mean, look, look, if Dante Moore doesn't declare, are you with me and Maddie? Let's wait till 2027.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. Not
go BPA, and I'd even take him, trade him back if they want to. Like, get as many picks as you want for 2027. I mean, if Dante Moore doesn't declare and Aaron Glenn kind of has another lame duck quarterback, you kind of give. I mean, it's just so bizarre. I mean, if 2026 is another bad year for Glenn, I think you kind of have to move on from him, get all those picks, and then have a coach who kind of can do what he wants to do. The Jets are in a really weird spot though, where I hate that the franchise is in another position of where we need X player to declare in the draft to potentially save us, kind of a thing, if that makes sense.
No, it makes sense. Yeah. My only concern is also another thing that I didn't want to have to do, and that's, let's say he does declare, we get Dante Moore, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, so now are we just throwing a rookie out immediately, game one, and not having him sit and learn the NFL game?
Right.
The same mistake we made with Darnold, the same mistake we made with Zach Wilson. It's like, here's just another guy, and history shows once again. It's like, that's why I understand if Dante Moore was like, oh, I might declare, and then it's all of a sudden it's like, oh, the Jets have the number 2 pick. He's like,
maybe I won't.
Yeah, maybe I'll stick in college.
Then I'll hate him like I hate fucking Peyton Manning.
Yeah. Moore is a guy where I think that he has to sit for a little. This is another reason why I have Mendoza ahead of him, is because of what Mendoza had to deal with at Cal. Like, he had to deal with the same type of incompetence that you'd find with the Jets, right? And he still did a tremendously great job. So he's a guy that I think can get through the struggles and eventually find himself. Not a lot of guys can do that. I mean, we saw Darnold kind of fail at that before he found his footing in better situations, but being with the Jets, you kind of have a decent situation, the good offensive line. Garrett Wilson still, a great receiver. Mason Taylor looks like he's developing nicely. They still need a wide receiver too, so who knows how that ends up panning out. But it's man, it's so rough being a Jets fan. It really is.
Absolutely. It's brutal. It's
that's putting it mildly.
I mean, we all expected the Jets to get 5 wins this year, and here we are with 3.
Yeah. Also, I want to give a shout out to Connie Carberg because she's actually here. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Connie at all. Former Jets scout.
Oh, she's in Daytona.
Yeah. I actually ran into her today. She
couldn't get her on the show. What's your fucking problem?
No. Hey man, I might try to get her on mine. No, I'm just kidding. She's very busy.
When we do the Aqua
she's very nice.
There's going to be a lot more committee.
Dude, we got that.
Dude, that'd be so
Get the fuck out of here.
Dude, I'm going to quit this show to go do it.
Real quick, Ali comes in and says, "What's your guys' mental flow chart for choosing what teams to root for in the postseason?" Well, here's mine. I'm rooting for the NFC. Now, in the AFC,
100%.
In the AFC, anyone but the Bills.
There are tiers of I hate you more, and it's like hated least are probably the Chargers. Then I guess the Patriots, just because I'm used to them putting up with their bullshit. Then I hate the Broncos the more, and then I hate the Patriots more than that. Yeah, Jacksonville, whatever, they're fine.
Yeah, my whole thing is that the one thing we have over the Bills, and same with the Patriots and the Dolphins, the one thing we all have over the Bills is the Bills have never won a Super Bowl.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but their fans are so stupid, man. Watching that game and watching dumbasses flop down on tables and not even break them.
Oh, yeah, that was
And we're supposed to be like, oh, golly, what a classy fan base. Like you're just like, what are you morons doing? You look fucking retarded.
I don't think it's a big deal to be a classy fan base. I don't think Jets fans could ever.
Classy, but they're just stupid. It's like, go Bills, blah, 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 and then thud, and it's like, dude, it's a fucking dollar store table. Like, either get fatter or stop doing this.
If you can't break the table, why are you doing the celebration?
I'm sorry, take your 140-pound ass and go somewhere else. Because I can assure you that my big ass would go through that fucking table.
Oh, yeah, I'd smash that table.
Like a knife through butter, dude. I'd be like, that table would fucking shatter.
Jets Worldwide, Snowball, channel member, thank you, sir. Comes in and says, to think I was at training camp when Glenn said he got emotional when he heard the Jets chant. Man, how things have changed. What's your thought, Tommy? Me and Maddie are both on the keep Glenn. I don't mind it. They could get rid of Ingstrom.
Now, I will say this, though. I want to put a little caveat on my feelings. Keep Glenn, but if next year is as bad as this year, Glenn goes.
Yeah, that's kind of, man, it sucks. I've had this conversation with a lot of people because I used to, obviously, like you guys, we rooted for Aaron Glenn while he was with the Jets. I loved him as a player. I remember playing Madden, and he was the guy doing the interception drill, which, by the way, hilarious that they're the first team in NFL history to not have an interception during the season. That's pathetic.
It's just one more fucking record for them to be like.
That's what I'm. It's like another this is the record you guys want to have. Really?
Yeah, it's like
you don't have enough of those.
In Ted Lasso, when they were talking about shitty teams and being shitty and getting relegated, and he's like, "What do you call that?" And he's like, "New York Jets." I wasn't even mad. I was just like, "Yeah, fucking ineptitude reigns."
Yeah, so to answer the question, though, I'm in the same boat as you guys. Got to give him at least one more year, especially after they got rid of Quinnen and Gardner. You have to kind of keep him for whatever his plan is going to be. Whether or not that works out next year, that's a whole different story. That's why I'm kind of in the boat of if Dante Moore doesn't go into the draft, you allocate picks, try to move back if you can, get a couple picks for next year if possible. So if Glenn doesn't work out for whatever reason, you still have multiple picks for the next regime to fall back on. I think they do have to make some coaching changes, though. They finally fired the DC. I hear Raheem Morris could be a potential guy. I think he's a Jersey guy too, so he could be a potential fit there. Who knows? I saw that comment. Who was it? Stefanski as offensive coordinator. I wouldn't hate that either. Glenn's biggest mistake was that, and this is a lot of coaches do this, so I won't fault him, is that he hired a lot of his friends. You know what I mean? And for a first-time head coach, I'm vehemently against that because your first time as a head coach can really dictate how the rest of your career is going to go. And if you flatline and fall as bad as he has, and if next year is the same or worse, he might not get a head coaching job ever again. We saw what happened with was it Caldwell with the Lions, I think, and then the Colts, if I'm not mistaken, and then we just haven't seen him get a coaching job again. And so
I will say with Muji, that Sauce Gardner trade looks better and better every day.
I agree. Yeah. I ended up looking at it this morning, and in the first 44 picks, we have 4 of this NFL draft. And if we decide if Dante Moore doesn't declare and we trade down and get maybe more, but as of right now,
it depends. The question you have to ask is who's desperate enough that they want the second overall pick if Moore doesn't declare. And the reason I say that is your average fan who's going to be team who's going to be going for that probably wants a franchise quarterback. And I don't think if Moore doesn't declare that once Mendoza's gone, I don't think there's a franchise quarterback in this draft.
Yeah, a lot of people are talking about North Dakota State's quarterback Cole Payton. You'll probably hear a lot of him as draft season gets closer.
There's that guy from University of Phoenix who had some good throws.
Yeah, people love Payton. I hope that they don't.
I don't hate the guy. I don't know enough about him. Again, I'm not a college guy, but from everything I've been reading, because now that football's over, I spent a few hours this morning farting around, and I'm just like, if it ain't Moore or fucking Mendoza, it ain't worth fucking swapping up or trading up. You know what I mean?
I mean, I heard the kid out of DeVry is really good.
Oh, so, yeah, dude. Yeah,
I'm looking forward to that.
Well, that guy from Ball State is pretty hot.
Yeah. Guy from the University of Southern New Hampshire. Oh, yeah. Rocking it. We'll see.
Every once in a while, though, you do get that badass athlete out of some fucking rando school. Like Rob Blake played for where did he fucking play? Rob Blake, the hockey player. He played for fucking some shitty fucking school that no one's ever heard of.
Well, that's probably why you can't remember it.
That's why, yeah, exactly. I'm trying to Google it frantically so I don't look like a complete dipshit. Bowling Green, there it is. Played for Bowling Green. It was one of the best NHL defensemen ever. So every once in a while, but as if you've ever seen the movie Heartbreak Ridge, where Clint Eastwood says the Marines are looking for a few good men, and unfortunately you ain't it. That's this draft. Quarterback wise.
Well, listen, guys, I like I said, I have people in my green room. I want to bring a guy in who hasn't been in here for.
Tommy's here.
I want to bring a guy in who Tommy knows. I know, hasn't been here for a while. I'd love to talk to him, see what he thinks about the Giants and Jets season. Ladies and gentlemen, hell yeah, Mets 2128. How you doing, Mets?
Who the fuck is this guy who hasn't been here all season?
Not much. I mean, I'm just gonna be blunt. The fact that this Jets squad finished with no effing interceptions is disgusting. For a guy who's a defensive guru, BS. Giants weren't any better, but personally, they should have been 9-8. Still out of the playoffs, but they still would have had a winning record if Shane Bowen wasn't playing 5 effing games in the 11th hour and fucking zone defense.
So where you been for the last year?
Mostly.
I know.
Mostly doing a lot of wrestling predictions, a few football games on my own streams. I only did one Jet game, by the way. It was the one against Carolina.
Wrestling predictions, huh? Is that like guessing whether Romeo or Juliet lives?
Wrestling, buddy. Mets. Mm-hmm. I'm representing wrestling today. Got my Hollywood Hogan shirt on. But no, Mets. Look. The Jets not only have set that the Jets have set many NFL records this season. Not only did we have the 0 interceptions in the entire season, new NFL record, 17 games, cannot ever be beaten unless we go to 18 games. The Jets also had the worst December in NFL history as far as point differential. Dude. It was like we were outscored by over 100 points in just the month of December.
4 fucking weeks.
And we had the least takeaways in the history of the NFL. I believe, I think the graphic was since 1940, but I think it's in the history of the NFL. 4 takeaways all season. So we're just proud Jets fans over here, Matt.
And let's be honest, for Mets and I, the offseason in baseball has been nothing but a shit show and a nightmare.
Oh, don't get me started on that. I
mean, that's been a fucking horrible, bad dream. And apparently Shesterkin got hurt tonight playing for the Rangers.
I'm just going
to fucking watch, Stranger Things.
I mean, bad enough Nimmo left for political reasons. Bad enough we shipped McNeil out for a damn 17-year-old pitching prospect to the A's. Bad enough. I mean, Stern. This is why I don't like David Stearns. He's an unbearable skinflint.
He likes you.
Cheapskate.
I don't know how you guys let Alonso go. Like,
That's
to me,
the straw that breaks the camel's back.
He wanted to go. The fact is he knew that the Mets were not going to pay him what he wanted, and he got his payday. He basically Pete Alonso made
the
it very
whole
clear.
bravado of your guys' owner was like, I got money to spend.
Yeah, but
I'm $1 million
you know what?
man,
Rich people
BBS.
don't get
Spend that
rich
money.
by spending money fucking stupidly. And the fact is Alonso made it clear, and I'm not mad at him, but he cares more about his retirement and his paycheck than a ring. Not mad at him.
But after all these,
Edwin, same
no, but
thing,
after all these
only
years,
because-
come
no,
on.
Because and Edwin, same thing. The problem is you could have at least been lenient to give him $4 million more dollars.
I agree with Mets. It's like these two guys were like the backbone of your team, and one of the reasons why Soto came to the Mets. He saw them as a winning franchise. He saw Diaz. He saw
that's his
Alonso.
fucking fault for not doing his homework.
What?
I said that's his fucking fault for not doing his homework. I've been a Mets fan for a long time, and the Mets haven't won shit in 30 some odd years.
40 years.
Sorry, kids, but you know what? That's not a winning franchise. No matter what color, no matter how rosy the glasses you put on.
And
Well,
then
the good news is that
As
the
I say, I long
Yankees,
for 80
the Yankees
baseball.
will still be great enough to make the playoffs and then lose in the playoffs. So we've got that.
Well, I mean,
then
you can say that, but I mean, at the end of the year,
least
unless you
Carolina
want a ring, your season and my season are the same fucking thing.
No, I agree with that.
You know
I
what
agree.
I mean? And I'm not shit talking you. I mean, I say this to everybody, football, basketball, hockey, whatever, is, yeah, okay, great. So you made the playoffs. You know what you had?
At least-
One extra game.
And you want things to get even worse. Knicks have now lost 4 in a row because of incompetency on the defensive end. And at the very least,
will be fine. Calm your tits.
I'm just saying.
I know, it's
I'm
frustrating,
just saying we
but
need to put Mike Brown
Of
under
the
the gun
four
for this.
sports I like, the Knicks are the ones that make me least stressed out.
Now hold on. The Knicks are
They
the
just got crushed by
Emirates
the Pistons.
NBA Cup champions.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but you've
That
seen the
and a
curse
quarter
with that
will get you
damn
a bag of
thing,
chips.
right?
No, I hate that whole thing.
We all
Even-
think it's dumb.
Yeah, it's
we're
dumb.
all on the same page. Like, we're all adults here.
And in any case, at least for me, I can at least look forward to Carolina this Saturday.
they're going to get effed up, Mets.
Are you serious?
They're 8-9. They were in the worst division in the league.
They are going to get
They
their
shouldn't even
Got
be
it
in the
on a
playoffs.
technicality. I'm
and
fully
cooked
aware
in front
of
of them
that.
like they were at Benihana.
And I'm fully aware we got in on a technicality,
What is this
okay?
we shit?
Yeah, why are you saying we, Mets?
We, oh yeah, like,
you-
suddenly you're a Carolina
No.
fan. You're
I'm
a
going to
Giants
defend
fan
Mets.
on a Jets show
No.
saying we about the Panthers.
That's the only thing. I don't have a problem if Mets says we about the Giants.
Yeah.
Because
That's not
whenever
your
anybody
team.
said, whenever
With the
I say
Giants
we,
being this bad, I had to pivot to with the Giants and Jets being this bad, had to pivot to the Panthers.
Well, I've never had a bad enough breakup to start sucking somebody's dick.
where did we get that from?
I
man?
get- Yeah,
my point, though.
Habitual
Carolina-
line stepper right here, like Charlie, like fucking Rick James.
For as inconsistent as Carolina has been this year, they've at least been competent,
Tommy, we gotta hang out more.
right? Like,
No,
We
I'm
gotta come
shocked.
to a Buffs game next year.
No,
That'd
Mets,
be sick.
I am shocked at how well Carolina did this year, regardless
They
of the
did
fact.
way better than any of us would have picked. I mean, let's
Correct.
be real.
I thought they were going to. If you asked me at the beginning of the year, I bet you I would have told you that the Jets would have a better record than Carolina at the end of the season.
I don't know if I'd have gone.
and yet
that
when they
far,
played
but I
that
would've
ugly
said they
game
would've
in
been
week
neck and
6
neck.
that I called, Carolina came out on top.
No, they did. They did. The Jets have proved there are new levels of incompetence and absolute shit play.
And ironically, if you think about it, Bryce Young is basically on the same trajectory as Cam Newton. Sucks rookie year, step up sophomore year, wins a division title in his junior year.
How do you guys feel about that podcast that quit on the Panthers and then they ended up rattling off every fucking game, and now they're in the playoffs.
I didn't even hear about it. What are you
Yo,
talking about, dude?
Yeah, what are you talking? I want to hear about
Wait,
this.
what? You guys don't know
I
about
have no
that?
idea what you're talking
Oh,
about.
dude, there's this. Okay, so there's this big like Carolina Panthers podcast when they started out like was it 0-4 or whatever it was, and they're like the team is awful. 1-3. The team was like the team is awful. We're done with the podcast. We just can't dedicate time to it. And then they rattled off all those wins and won the division. It's just hilarious.
Did the podcast come back, or did they at least stick to their guns?
They said they were coming back, and then everybody was like, "Please don't do it."
Dude. No, fuck that noise, dude.
My question is Lightning going to strike twice in the same place this Saturday against the Rams?
That's a good question.
If you think the Panthers are going to beat the Rams,
hey, even if they do, they're
I
going to get crushed by
suggest you
Seattle.
get your mom to sign the house over to you and put it up for collateral.
Well,
Then,
even if they do beat the Rams, I'm fully content with them getting to the division round and getting crushed by the Seahawks.
Right, but they're not going to beat the Rams. They might put up a good game. The best you can hope for is a good game.
I mean, let's face it.
And that's okay.
On the wild cards weekend.
Look, I would toss the devil's salad for the Jets to be in that position right now, okay? So, like, I'm not hating on you. I'm just saying you got to come real with it. The Rams are going to come in there and fuck them up.
Yeah, I'm Matt. That was like me hoping that we'd get a game yesterday against the
I know
Bills.
you're a lifelong Panthers fan, but
yeah, it's just I just don't see it. That would be a spectacular upset if the Panthers beat.
If they do, there's like 3 guys in Vegas who are millionaires that morning.
I'm gonna be saying one thing this Saturday: keep effing
counting. Yeah, the towel. That's hilarious.
Holy crap!
Wait, say that again.
Pulled the towel out.
You did the towel. Oh God.
He's like Mets is like Ryan in the chat. He whatever team he's like, let's go to this team now.
Oh, does the day end in Y? Let me roll some dice or whip out the tarot cards and pick my team.
As far as I'm concerned, if you want my Super Bowl prediction, I'm going to say maybe Seahawks and Patriots again.
I mean, it's a possibility. I mean, I have to. Sam Darnold has to prove a little bit more to me for me to pick him to make it to the Super Bowl, because every time he gets in clutch games, like last year when the Vikings played.
If he does, fine. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't give a shit who wins as long as it's not the Broncos, Patriots, or Bills.
Then you want me to say Steelers going to Super Bowl?
Oh,
I don't even care.
I don't want the Broncos either. I mean, I'm tired.
First of all, look, I can tell you right now.
Matty did.
The Broncos I cannot wait for the fraud to get exposed, because they have a good D. That's all they got. Jacksonville went in there and showed them what the fuck was what, and that's Jacksonville. Go ahead and put them up against New England or fucking Buffalo. Like, I'm sorry, dude. And again, I'm a hater. I'm the first to admit I hate the Broncos.
If the Jaguars win, should we hit Waffle House?
I hate their fucking fans.
I'll hit a Waffle House anytime with you, Mets.
I hate the color orange. I hate oranges because they're orange. But no, like I just don't care, because the fraud is going to get exposed, and I cannot wait to giggle my balls off the Monday after that game.
I'll find it funny if the Super Bowl is Panthers and Steelers. Because then you.
Well, now that we live in fucking fantasy land, I turned into a 6'3" dude who can slam dunk. So
I'm just saying, it would be funny. You'd have Panther fans.
It'd be funny, but the NFL would be so miserable if that was what happened.
Yeah.
Well, actually, they'd probably be stoked for the Steelers, but
that'd be
Panthers. They'd be like, "Fuck."
No, Maddie. I think the NFL would be excited. That's 2 Cinderella stories. Everyone likes Cinderella
Nobody
stories.
gives a fuck about the Panthers and their Cinderella shit. They might like it for Aaron Rodgers for the.
Yeah, and plus Pitt has a massive fan base.
But yeah, no one gives a fuck about Carolina. They would like.
No.
I mean, it's not the Stanley Cup Finals where it's Florida and Edmonton, but it's still nothing that nobody.
I'm just saying, at that point, it would be basically what everything that your name tree would always pronounce when the Steelers get good. The bullshit is real. The Steelers going to Super Bowl. Every fucking answer in the country would be going nuts if that happened.
All right,
My father-in-law would probably commit suicide.
Well, listen, I am so far behind. I want to get to some of these comments and whatnot. But Mets, I appreciate you calling in. Is there anything else you got for us? Anything else across any sports, even wrestling?
Wrestling's not a sport, but okay.
It's kind of sad seeing Tanahashi hanging up yesterday and calling it.
There you go. Maddie's a big fan of Tanahashi. So
the fuck is that guy?
Japanese wrestler. He retired yesterday.
Oh God, no.
Well, Mets, please don't be a stranger. We got a lot more to get to. But thank you. I appreciate it, Mets.
Meet the Mets. Step right up and greet the Mets. Bring your kiddies, bring your wife. Guaranteed to have the time of your life because the Mets are
You know, I think the Mets thing works better at the end.
You think?
Yeah.
I think I usually play it both, but I forgot
but
this
I
time.
think you should just do it at the end because it's like it's perfect. We're tossing his ass into the river. I mean, his annual appearance this year.
Maddie, to those of you who are new, our boy Mets was working at, I don't know what it was.
He used to be on all the time, and now he's on this other show.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with that. But here's the thing. He used to work at a store where you had to do checkout.
Oh God.
Okay.
And
there was a lady checking out, and he had to put the bags in the cart. But the lady at the checkout, the daughter or the son or whatever kid it was in the cart.
Grabbed it by the crotch.
So Mets just grabbed that kid, tossed him across. No, it wasn't that
he didn't
bad.
really, just picked him up and yanked him out of the cart.
He took the kid without asking out of the cart and started bagging, and he ended up getting fired for it.
It was the best.
But we turned it into all those things you see where John Wayne is tossing that kid.
Like,
it's all in
I'm glad I have the backstory now. That's
oh God, it's
fucking hilarious. Oh
and he used to get really defensive about it because we'd bring it up a lot, and he'd be like, "Look, that happened one time, okay?
One time too many.
None of you guys ever asked me what that kid was wearing."
As a Jets fan, I'm coming to you live from Buffalo, New York, where Bills fans are saying that the only New York team. Now, they're the Canadian Bills.
They're the Toronto Bills. Fuck you guys.
I have said you know what? I never gave Bills fans shit on that, and because they was
fucking the Toronto thing.
Well, they're we're the only New York team. Okay. We're the only New York team until this year when the Yankees played the Blue Jays in the playoffs.
Went with the Blue Jays.
And they were posting good luck to the Blue Jays.
I'm not a Yankee fan. I hate the fucking Yankees. But okay, don't fucking rep New York and then be like, "Go Jays."
Yeah, you not only
80 miles away, fuck faces.
Not only did they not support a team in their state, they didn't support the team in their country. Yeah, it's like, are you kidding me? Like, sorry, they lost all New York cred when they repped the Toronto Blue Jays. They could have just put out nothing.
Shut up.
Yeah, but they are the Canadian Bills, the Toronto Bills, the Canadian Bills, whatever you want to call
Toronto
it.
Bills.
Scott says nothing wrong with turning off the Jets for a bit.
Well, the Jets have been off since Halloween. They just keep fucking wheeling themselves out onto the runway and not taking off.
LA Rams will ram over the Panthers. Yeah, I think Mets might have been smoking a little ganja tonight. Brian, hey, at least Adam Gase has so many mentions this year. I was worried about him thinking everyone forgot about him. Happy Monday, and thanks, Giants.
There you go, Brian. Attaboy.
Joey Oliver. Oh, this is Bah Humbug. That confused me.
I like the new name there, Joey.
Fed up with Patriots winning the Super Bowl. They're just in it for the rings.
Well, yeah, that's
hilarious. Hey, look, we're just in it for the rings. I know that's a low down.
When I go to work and I have to be honest, be like, listen, I'm only here for the money.
Yeah. if I wasn't getting paid, I'm going to be honest.
Hey, I don't do this for the love of the game, kid.
Yeah. Steelers missed a kick also. Yeah, Steelers, they were lucky. Very lucky.
Like, let's be honest, dude. I think the Steelers are getting bounced fucking first game they play.
What's up, Ollie?
Tommy getting love. What's up,
Brian?
Everybody loves Tommy, dude.
What's up, pal?
I genuinely wonder the people who like follow you for college football shit. if they have any idea like why I post Aqua Teen shit, how you interact.
Somebody's actually asked me about that.
And they're like, what the fuck are you two retards doing? Like, he wrote in some dumb fucking name, and you just responded with a robot humping a TV. And I'm like, yeah, both of us loved it. We were on board.
Yeah.
Or you're not one of the inside people.
Chris, our resident Bills fan, is responding to the tables thing we were talking about. He said, fuck that shit. That's just drunk retards doing that shit.
Well, at least our drunk retards just molest people.
Scott, give Glenn a chance. All we are saying is give Glenn a chance.
I will say this, Scott. I would say this. Table that, and we'll see what next season looks like. If it's just as bad, I 100% agree.
I mean, because think about it. We're going to have 4 picks in the top 44. Okay?
That's fucking huge.
Add that to a pretty good offensive line. Their stats were actually pretty damn good this year, and I think they're only going to get better, especially like, you know, the younger ones. And then you add that to Mason Taylor getting into his second year. Add that to our – I mean, did we have the number –
Taylor Wilson. I mean,
really quick, hold on. Did we have I don't know what the final stats were. Did we have the number 1 special teams in the league?
I'm not sure.
I mean, I feel like we're top 3.
They weren't bad this year. That was like the one thing they were not bad at.
That's the one thing.
Yeah, that was their like high point, but
seriously, it's the one thing that the Jets don't need to worry about next year.
Keep it slow the fuck down.
Keep Banjo as our special teams coach. You know, keep our special teams guys. Those guys were hungry. I mean, even in yesterday's game, did you see that one punt that was going into the end zone? And then the one
just
guy,
saved it, yeah.
He saved it, and then the other guy had to make sure that he didn't touch the goal line. Who recovered it, and he like lifted his leg. Like our special teams went out to play.
Winning fucking games with just the best special teams in the league.
The game with Isaiah Williams was won because of special teams.
3-14.
It doesn't matter. You can win games with special teams. That's all I'm saying.
One game.
Okay. I mean, for the Jets, one game, that's 1/3 of our wins. So I'll take it.
Hey, it was almost
willing
2.
To settle for that.
What'd you say, Tommy?
I said it was almost 2. They
Tommy's looking over there like there's like
there's a bunch of fucking
ladies.
No, I wish.
Do they have big breasts?
There's like a bunch of, I don't even know if you call them state troopers. Just waltzing in there. There's like 7 of them. That's weird.
Because you're in Florida, dude.
That's fair.
No, I think they were watching this show.
There's like a bunch of sovereign citizen there. They're like, I wasn't drinking, I was consuming.
No, Maddie, I think they were watching this show, and then they wanted to go and find Metz and arrest him and got it confused. Metz is in Carolina, not Daytona Beach.
You know what would be funny?
Tommy never threw any children.
Do you remember the old In Living Color sketch where they'd have Jim Carrey as the background guy acting a fool behind like a broadcast? I desperately want somebody to do that to Tommy tonight. Like some drunk chick in a bikini, just fucking just bouncing around, fucking just like pounding a margarita through a funnel. That'd be the shit, dude.
No, the thing is I've thought about that when I've been broadcasting from public places like that, but like people don't know if you're on a show or if you're just talking to like your grandmother.
Yeah,
you know?
I wouldn't care. I'd be like, "Hey, Nana, here's my dick."
Yeah, like you just start pulling those Happy Gilmores where you take anything you can find and put it on your dick and start
dry humping that chair behind Tommy and just riding it like a bull and fucking act like I'm Ozzy and throw it across the fucking and then you just see the cops come in and arrest me. I'd be all about it.
Scott has a good idea. I hear Trump University has a QB, but he can't read or write. But that doesn't matter. Can he read a playbook? That's what we need to know.
Okay.
First team in NFL history to lose 5 consecutive games by 23 or more points. Hell yeah.
Damn. I didn't even know that record, but it doesn't even remotely surprise me.
I'm proud. I'm a proud Jets fan today.
I fucking hate this team so much.
Just the fellas hanging out. Yeah. Well, Monday night shows were loosey-goosey.
That's Monday night is like we're all just like, I mean, I can't speak for you two, but I'm definitely consuming.
Scott, we definitely had that problem with Metz and Maddie.
I was better.
Both of them were just
again, I was better. I'm very funny.
I won't deny that, Maddie. Yes, of course, Doughboy.
Oh, Doughboy, we're big fans. Like I
Yeah,
said,
we are
honestly,
definitely fans.
We are big fans.
I always get messages in my reaction videos, and they're like, "Oh, you should collaborate with the New York Jokes or whatever." And I always say to anyone who says it, and this is several people, if they get in touch with me and ask me to come to wherever they're recording and sit down and watch a game with them, I'll do it. But once again, I'm a lot more violent than they are, so I don't know if they want me coming into their house.
I don't think they want to interact with anybody, to be honest with you. Like, they've got each other. It's a father and son thing. Like, they've just
No,
got.
it's not.
Yeah, that's a guy and his son.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
I don't buy that for a second. They look the same age.
That's the dad and his son.
No,
I thought so too.
No, that's the guy and his son.
you thought you're corroborating that, Tommy? You think it's a father
I'm
and son?
telling you,
I thought so.
That's his son.
Really?
He's like 45 and his kid's like 20 something.
Holy shit! I thought they were the same age.
No.
I thought they were schoolmates.
Nah, dude, that's his kid.
Holy shit! So I don't know who that's insulting to. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if the dad looks really young or the son looks really old.
Dad looks really young, and the son has the kind of the caveman, like Neanderthal fucking look going. And yeah, they're father son, and I love that channel just because they're like, I don't think they expected to be as popular as they were, and I got to be honest, I haven't watched them much this year because I'm already just so depressed that I don't want to relive a lot of these games, but I always stop by and give them a like and stuff. But yeah, no, that's a father son. I think they live, I want to say Staten Island, and I just hope they carry on their good work, and I really do hope that the Jets could have a good season for them, because then they would probably just freak out and have no idea how to handle it.
Well, I feel like all of us would feel. None of us would know how to handle that.
It would be like that meme where the kid has the giant fucking vein sticking out on his head.
Oh yeah.
It'd be like when you're a Jets fan and you haven't lost in 3 games.
Real quick, Ryan says the Jaguars own the Bills in the playoffs. Truthfully, how many times did they play each other in the playoffs? Like, it doesn't seem like a matchup. I'm like, oh yeah, remember that great Jaguars-Bills playoff rivalry?
A fan until like last week.
No, he's a Patriots fan, Maddie.
He's always balling out about the fucking.
And I feel terrible because Jay was in here in the green room earlier, and I couldn't get to him because we had, it was 4 of us at that point, and even Lane, the Lane train was in here, and he ended up. I look, my Jets family tree gets the first hits.
Yeah, for sure. And plus, we haven't had Tommy on.
Exactly, we haven't seen Tommy in a while. What do you guys think, Mike? Do you think the Steelers can beat Houston? I'll give you my answer. But first, Tommy.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not? I'm going to see a revenge Rodgers against Stroud. Wasn't Stroud talking crap about him before, right? When he was on the Jets still, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, the Jets own the Strouds.
Maybe we see a vintage Rod. I doubt it, but I would. I'm not a huge Houston guy, so yeah, fuck it. Give me the Steelers.
Maddie, what do you think?
I'm in the same boat as Tommy. I'm not going to pick the Steelers necessarily, but if they came out on top, I would not be surprised. Like, I wouldn't be like, that's insane. Like, again, what has Houston really proven to anybody so far?
I mean, look, here's how I look at it. Are we going to see the Texans of the first half of the season? Because then, yes, the Steelers could beat them. But they've been friggin' hot.
Yeah.
So if they keep that, I don't see how the Steelers can beat them.
We'll see.
It'll
be interesting.
He's in. Jay, I need to see your face, and I'll bring you in. There he is, ladies and gentlemen, our Steelers correspondent. What's up, man? How you doing? You're not slaying Latina pussy anymore?
Jesus Christ!
I'm working on it.
I didn't just say that. That was his name last show. I'm not just being dirty.
Yeah, you more than said it though. It was loud and clear.
Yep. Hey, I'm gonna come in here with that name next time. I'm excited. I was happy about the game last night. I was a little bit pissed off, but I was just calm the whole time, to sit there with my Palomalu jersey, like, I'm like, don't get mad. Whatever happens, happens. And the kicker blew the fucking kick. So I was like, yes.
I mean, but does that give you a lot of confidence going into the playoffs when you only got in because a guy blew a kick?
Not at all, man. I have no. The only reason why I think we can win is because of the cold weather. I don't think Houston is used to the cold weather. They're dome merchants. So I think the score is going to be 24-21 Steelers.
Okay. I mean,
And they don't ask how, they ask how many. That's all that matters.
yeah, this isn't a game where I would count out the Steelers. I wouldn't
No,
say they can't win. Yeah, it just depends what Steelers team shows up and what Texans team shows up.
Oh, 100%. Like, because the Steelers team that showed up against the Browns was absolutely atrocious versus the team that showed up against the Lions and the Ravens the other night. So I was like, so what are we going to get?
Yeah.
How what I'm going to get with this team?
Actually, speaking of the Browns and the Bengals, are we all in agreement that Joe Burrow pulled a Brett Favre yesterday for that sack record?
I think so.
He just laid down.
Oh, yeah.
Mark Gastineau is going to be at his door soon, like getting ready to fight him.
Just embarrassing himself again.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, "Can we stop doing that? Like, just to get a sack? Like, I don't understand. Like, it's so cheap to give people records when the other team gives it to them.
Yeah, it's kind of like, you can't say it's meaningless, but at the same time, like, you watch it and you're kind of like, well, it's unearned. He touched a guy who laid down. He didn't sack a quarterback who was trying to not get sacked.
I mean, the Bengals are going to bangle. We call them the Bungles for a reason.
That's true.
What are you guys thinking about Joe Burrow? Is he going to stick around in Cincinnati, or is he going to try to go elsewhere?
He's gone.
He's gone. He
I
might
don't
try
know where
to.
he's going, but he ain't going to be in Cincinnati.
There's been rumors that Lamar might try to leave the Ravens too.
I've heard that too.
Yep. And then Tua's leaving the Dolphins, but who the hell is going to pick up that
who's signing
mess?
him?
Jets-
Even
the
the
Jets will pick up
Argonauts are
Tua.
like, nah.
No, the Jets will not pick up Tua.
Jets will pick up Tua.
No team.
Get this fucking guy out of here.
You have got to be crazy to think any team who's going to pick up a guy who, if he gets one more concussion, he dies.
He sneezes too hard. He's out for 3 fucking weeks.
It would be the Jets' way. Pick up Tua.
I mean, okay, fair enough.
I don't know.
He's not wrong though. That's
Maybe the
he's not wrong.
Steelers will.
Hey, Tua turned the ball over. That's what they call him.
Well,
online.
when Rodgers retires after this year, you guys might pick him up.
Hell yeah.
I don't want a motherfucker that can't play in 60-degree weather.
You get him. I would say you guys are more likely to sign him than the Jets.
Fuck, dude. I'd root for him, but I'd be like,
Yeah, I
dude,
root
this
for
is
whoever's playing for my team, but it's not what I want.
Well, plus you have to remember whether the Jets sign him or the Steelers sign him, you don't have to root for him for too long. He'll be out within a game or two.
Oh, fuck. Then who's our backup? Mason Rudolph?
Yeah, well, you were all for Rudolph, weren't you? Before Rodgers?
I was for Rudolph to start because I feel like he's been with the organization long enough. He understands the playbook to win us some games, obviously. So I just don't. I strongly believe we should have drafted Jackson Dart. I strongly believe that.
Well, I feel like so should we.
yeah.
Didn't he end up going the last pick of the first round? The Giants traded.
He was like the 17th or 18th pick.
I thought the Giants traded up to like the last pick of the first round.
I think they I forgot what they did, but they know they had 2 first rounders last year. So they had Abdul Carter and then Jackson Dart.
Yeah, it wasn't the end of the round, but it was like close to the end.
It was like mid to like 20, around between 15 to 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of. Did you see that kid already has a commercial?
Who, Jackson?
Yeah, Jackson Dart has some commercial, and now granted it wasn't like Pepsi, but it was like I don't remember, like an auto insurance commercial.
Come on now, it's New York media, man. Come on.
Yeah, the Jets put out their it made me. You watch the commercial that they put out for their next year's season tickets, and it's like, wow. Like, if you didn't know football and you only saw the commercial, you would think that this team is outstanding. And then, but as a real, anyone who's ever watched football, you watch it and you're like, I'm not paying that. I'm not paying for those seats. Get the hell out of here.
Nah, I just seen the schedule for my team, and I heard the other guys say that the Panthers and Steelers in the Super Bowl would be insane. I'd be like, yo, I think we beat the Panthers' ass if we go to the Super Bowl.
I think you win too. I think you win.
That's number 7 for us. and I'm going to be talking the most shit at work.
Well,
I will be
I
insufferable as
think
a
you
fan.
and your vocal cords can just fucking relax because it ain't happening.
Oh, hey, hey, that would be the most outrageous Super Bowl prediction: the Steelers versus the Panthers.
I like Cinderella stories. I'm not against having those two teams in the Super Bowl. And I haven't seen the Steelers in a Super Bowl in a long while, and the Panthers have never been there, if I'm not
No,
mistaken.
the Panthers went there 10 years ago,
Oh, but they lost with Cam Newton.
and then
Yeah,
they went
that's
there.
right.
They went there in 2004 against the Patriots
Okay.
with
Oh yeah, so they're due.
Oh yeah.
with Jake Delhomme as quarterback.
Yep.
Oh, wasn't Cam Newton?
Cam Newton took them in
Not
2015,
20 years
16,
ago.
but Jake Delhomme took them against the Patriots.
That's right.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Real quick, Trifecta comes in, says it's a long shot, but if Aaron Rodgers and Mike Tomlin even made it to the Super Bowl, it would be pretty epic accomplishment for them with all the criticism that they have gotten.
I've been one of those critics.
Yeah, you have.
Yes,
I'm a
you
loud
have.
critic.
I thought you called both. Well, at least you called Tomlin a terrorist.
I
Many
have called
I,
him a
do,
terrorist.
I think I remember that.
I called him.
Many
I called the whole
times.
coaching staff terrorists.
Yeah.
I called the whole coaching staff and the owners some terrorists because the way they were playing, it was just. I was like, what the fuck is going on here, man? But I gotta give them credit when it's due. Like, we're winning games. I mean, obviously yesterday I thought when the Ravens scored that touchdown to Zay Flowers, I was like, Jesus Christ, here we go. Or even the opening drive when Derrick Henry ran off for 40 yards, I was like, here we go again. I was like, here we go. I smell the ass whooping coming, but we pulled through. The defense pulled through until Jalen Ramsey had a two-up brain on the fucking coverage and blown it.
Dalton comes in and says, even though Metcalf is returning, I still see Houston beating Pittsburgh.
Hey, that's fine. If Houston beats us, I won't be mad. If we get our asses beat, I'll be pissed.
Let me ask you something, Jay.
What's up, man?
You guys have so many Super Bowls and all that, and it's like me. I'm a Yankee fan, so unless the Yankees win the World Series, I'm not getting a specialty hat or anything.
No.
Okay, are you getting an AFC North hat?
Hell no.
Okay.
I don't know any real fans that like buy that shit. Like I bought
Are
the
you kidding
AFC
me?
champs
if the Jets
just
won the
because they never
AFC East,
win jack shit.
if the
Like,
Jets
any
won
team
the
that has a
AFC
Super Bowl
East,
in your lifetime, you ain't buying that.
Matty, if the Jets won the AFC East, I would have
I
more
have the
merch.
2002 one.
Yeah, I have the '98 hat somewhere.
But my point is that if your team is actually good and has a pedigree, you're not buying that shit.
Well, like I told you guys before, like the reason why I'd be so upset with Tomlin in the non-playoff wins because this is the longest non-playoff win streak we've had since before Chuck Noll came, and this is why a lot of Steelers fans be salty with Tomlin because you're winning regular season game, but we get into the playoffs and getting curb stomped. So what the hell is it? Like the standard is AFC championships and Super Bowls. That's been the standard for the Steelers, and when we're not meeting that standard, we're gonna get pissed off. And it's been 17 years.
I am actually glad you brought that up because Maddie earlier had said, if you make the playoffs and you don't win the Super Bowl or whatever, World Series, whatever, all it means is that you played one extra game than me. I would say that if you win your conference, you could brag. If you get to the Super Bowl, you get to the World Series, or you get to the Stanley Cup, you can have a little bravado.
I'm not gonna lie, I was leery about buying the Eastern Conference champs hat for the Rangers in 2014, but I still bought it.
Yeah, no, when the Devils went against the Kings, I bought a shirt. So it's like, if you get to the championship, I mean the Super Bowl, the World Series, Stanley Cup, I think you could have some bragging rights. But if you just make the playoffs and lose in the first round, you're like Maddie said, all you did was play one extra game.
Yeah.
That's really what we've been doing for most of this decade. The 2020 Steelers have just been so
Once again, boo fucking who.
Well, there comes a standard when it comes to the Steelers, man. Our dynasty in the 70s said that, sir. So you said the Steelers are the dynasty.
Your ass wasn't anywhere near the 70s.
But you said the Steelers in the 70s.
Your ass wasn't anywhere in any year that started with 19.
Hey, look, you said that.
I'm just saying.
He's right, Maddie, though. You did say that the Steelers wasn't a dynasty in the 70s.
That's fine. I don't remember that, but I'll take your word for it.
You told us that unless you win 3 consecutive championships, it's not a dynasty.
Look, I don't care. I say shit on here all
We
the
care,
time.
Maddie.
I know. That's why I'm better than you. But
Oh my God.
I agree. I mean, I'm sure I said it, but my point is that you do have a pedigree, and I respect it.
I have a question, Maddie. If next year and the year after the Jets, how about if the Jets win the 4 out of 6 Super Bowls in the next 8 years? How would you call them a dynasty?
No, I wouldn't. I would call
I
them
would.
a dominant team for that decade.
I'd also call you completely delusional if you think that's even a possibility.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I
Alright.
mean, if we're gonna,
But-
like I say, once again, I have suddenly become 6'3" black, and I play for the Lakers. So I'll send you a jersey.
Hey Mike,
Fine.
what would you do if the Jets ran off?
Look at the way he
Tucson?
runs from me.
Hold on. No. I need to hold on. I need to hear this.
Okay.
I'm asking you, Jay. What were you saying?
Oh, I was asking you. So Mike, how would you feel if the Jets did like a Chiefs like run to how they did?
What are you talking about, dude? I'd be unbearable. I would be on here every week
Oh God,
just
we'd
shit
be
talking everybody.
insufferable. This podcast would change its name to Insufferable.
I would be all for it. I'd be like, man, these dudes ran a like. That's why I don't hate the Chiefs. 'Cause I'm like, I was
Right,
I was a
they
Chiefs fan,
sucked
I'd be
ass
happy
for so
too.
long.
No, I hate the Chiefs.
I don't hate the Chiefs. I don't like
I
it.
hate dynasties. I hate
Although-
dynasties.
You know what cracks me up? I'm still trying to figure out why the fuck did Kansas City dick move them on that stadium?
Well, from
Like,
what
I'm
I've
sorry,
read-
but they gave you like the better part of the decade with great football, 3
Literally.
Super Bowls, like
Oh, what's the 5?
like yes, what I'm saying. Like, how do you not fucking hook that team up?
Well, I think
Got a lot of
they're
If it's
moving
the
20
Chiefs
minutes
circa
across the
19
street.
fucking like 88 through 93, okay, fine, fuck them. But this team, they should have come out for them.
Nah, but they're just moving across the street, literally Kansas City, Kansas.
Yeah,
like,
but the thing is the public was like, nah, fuck them. We ain't helping them pay for a new stadium.
that's the same thing with the Sonics in Seattle. That's why Seattle moved and became OKC.
They need to fix that, man. Seattle needs a fucking basketball team.
They sure.
Well,
do.
and the Bears are now using that leverage, where they're
The Bears are going to Indiana.
Gary,
yes, that's
Indiana
right.
Bears.
That sounds
be-
so atrocious.
It does.
The Gary Bears. That's what somebody
I
called
can
them,
tell you
Gary
this,
Bears.
dude. If they go there, even if they keep the name the Chicago Bears, no one is calling them the Chicago Bears.
Yes, they will. Everyone will call them the Chicago
The
Bears.
press will, but any normal person will be like, oh yeah, Indiana.
Okay, just like they call us the New Jersey Jets.
Fair.
Well,
Yeah, it's the same
Cowboys.
fucking thing.
The Cowboys don't play in Dallas. They play in Arlington.
Well, but the Bills don't play in Buffalo. They play in Orchard Park.
Well, the Niners don't play in San Francisco no more. They play 10 minutes down the street from my grandpa's house.
Well, if I had wheels, I'd be a fucking wagon. Can we move on, please?
If I had a vagina, I'd be a woman.
No, I do. I have more people in the green room. So Jay, I appreciate you calling in, and
All right, man.
like I said, you're welcome anytime. So
Jay,
please
we
call
love you,
in.
bud. Take care of yourself.
Let me go,
brother.
man.
Happy New Year.
Later, man.
Sure.
Have a good one. There he is, Sean
Yeah, what's up,
Neutron. Oh,
Okay.
we caught you.
What's up, Sean?
Sorry about that. What's up,
Like,
Sean?
Like Mike Tomlin said last night, if his aunt had boy parts or male parts, she'd be his uncle.
Well, you gotta say something when you eked your way into the playoffs from someone else's missed kick.
Well, just funny on the that was a dumb question. Like, hey, what if they hit the field goal? When do we lose? Like, what's the answer to that?
Okay.
Didn't they ask Aaron Rodgers if he was going to retire like right after the game?
Oh yeah, that Melissa Stark, and it's like, let him have his moment, bro.
Yeah, he still has another game.
Yeah, like the guy played really well in the second half, and she's like already. Well, do you want to retire? Well, what about riding off into the sunset?
Well, talk to them about that after they're out of the playoffs. You don't talk to them about that now.
No,
That's
no.
just some classless bullshit.
Just like who was it? Some guy asked Lamar Jackson. He's like, do you think Harbaugh should be your coach next year? And he's like, dude, we just lost the game. Do you think you give a shit about that?
Do you think Harbaugh gets fired and or leaves?
No, I think he's. I don't know. I think he's really solid, and maybe I have too much faith in him. But I just don't see them going away from him. At least not yet.
Yeah, I don't see it happening either.
I mean, with Harbaugh and with Tomlin, I find it hard. I mean, it's probably because I'm a Jets fan. You know, that any coach that wins us as many games as Tomlin has won for the Steelers or Harbaugh has won for the Ravens, I
Yeah.
find it hard to believe that I'd want to get rid of him as a Jet if they were my coach. Like,
It
at
just
least-
looks really bad now because it's like Aaron Glenn had Rodgers fly all the way over just to tell him, we're moving on, and look where Rodgers is now.
it's not the same thing. First and foremost, when Rodgers came in, they asked him straight up, like, what are you thinking about playing next season for the Jets?
Yeah.
And he gave a wonky, like,
I think if Aaron
answer.
Rodgers had come in and been like, look, I want to be a Jet. I want to win here. I want to handle business here. They wouldn't have said we're moving on. I think literally that was an interview, and he walked in like, I'm Aaron Rodgers. Everybody wants to suck my balls.
Well, I was when I heard about it, I was under the impression that they just started off with that, and that was it.
No, they definitely spoke to him briefly, but his response was kind of lukewarm.
Yeah,
and they wanted him coming in like guns a-blazing, like, I want
to be guns a-blazing, just act like you want to be there, not like, like the fry cook coming in for a quarterly check-in with management at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Like, but look, the fucking potatoes got cooked. What do you want to hear?
The AFC without Mahomes, without Lamar, without Burrow hasn't been in the playoffs since 2022. But watch Josh Allen has no more excuses, and watch like somebody like Aaron Rodgers come by and spoil it all for him. That'd be pretty funny, actually.
Well, that's my favorite. That's one of my favorite holidays in January. Is watching Josh Allen look all sad on the sideline after blowing another playoff game.
They had no excuses this year. No excuses. I don't care, And
I mean, he has excuses. I mean, Stroud's a good quarterback. Rodgers is a good quarterback.
No, yeah. I mean, I'm not taking talent away, but like, hey, man, there's no obstacles in front of you in terms of like, all your typical obstacles. Now you got new ones, but yeah, and then watching him just come in just for that one snap.
That was what I was about to say. That's the corniest piece of
that shit was so. I like Josh Allen, and that shit was corny.
Yeah. No, well, I was thinking about that before we went on the air tonight. I was thinking like, so could I sign with the Jets and just go in, take a snap once a game at the beginning of every game,
and just pay me like $10,000?
Yeah, for 4 years, and then all of a sudden I've started every game even though I've taken one snap. Like I don't think that should be a legit start. Like,
I think you have to play like the rules should be you have to play at least a drive. I mean, come on,
something
fair minimum
snap like that because that was cheap.
It looked, and then Trubisky comes in and has a career day, against all the backups.
Yeah, Trubisky looking like fire.
Yeah, he looked good.
Can we hire Trubisky?
Probably will.
Yeah, let's bring him in. I don't care at this point. But real quick, I wanted to talk about the opponents for next year. I said that about an hour and a half ago. But real quick, I know Sean wanted to go off on JJ McCarthy. So what are your thoughts? JJ got hurt again, didn't he?
Yeah, he got hurt again. He pulled himself out of the game. Like people, like no one even really came up to him. He like went up to medical and went up to us and said, "Oh, I can't do it." And it got really performative and really annoying because then when he was on the sideline and all the players were coming off, Justin Jefferson, offensive lineman, he was like holding his hand behind his back and trying to high five and say, I'm sorry, man. It looked so fucking weak. I was like, this is just like beta behavior. And I can't get behind. It's just so performative. I don't even care if you had really great stats this year, which he didn't. You can't stay on the field and your availability is your best ability. And Jaden Daniels, as good as he is, he can't stay on the field either. And so I don't care how good you are. If you can't stay on the field, what does it do? But on top of that, you only had 2 200-plus yard passing games, and the rest of you looked wildly inconsistent, and you made Justin Jefferson look like an average receiver. Yeah. No excuses. And people are like, well, Peyton Manning, he threw 26 interceptions his rookie year and his first year starting. I'm like, yeah, but Peyton Manning didn't have the weapons we have. Like, we had so many offensive weapons for him to use, and he missed them so many times. There were some drops, but honestly, it's all on JJ, and all these people supporting him they're willing to waste another year on him at this point. They are just delusional. And I can't understand why people are trying to talk themselves into another year of JJ McCarthy. I'd settle for Mac Jones. I'd settle for Kyler Murray. I've heard rumors of us trying to go after Burrow, which I'd be all for, obviously. So I am 100% out on JJ McCarthy. And this is anybody trying to talk themselves into him just wants to waste another year of prime Justin Jefferson.
I mean, the only post I saw was that exact shot you were talking about with his hand behind his back, and it was like kind of giving him credit. They were like, "Look at how he was just felt so bad that he was saying sorry to Justin Jefferson."
It's so fucking weak. Like you sit there, and somebody said if you're not healthy enough to play in the game, like I was taught, you're actually in the locker room. Like they should have to drag you off that field. And he's just standing there, and then he's like, they said like even when he wasn't doing what was caught in camera, they said he was going up and down the sidelines trying to talk to people, and like no one was like, everyone's like, dude, like get away from me, essentially. Like no one looked enthused, no one looked supportive. I think there's a lot of stuff that Justin Jefferson has said where he just says it to be diplomatic, but honestly, I think the real feeling is it's like I know he has to think like, get me an actual quarterback. This is, stop wasting my time.
Real quick, I do want to say this. Sith Happens comes in. Fuck you, buddy. He's a Hurricanes fan. The Devils just cannot beat the Hurricanes. It's so frustrating. But regardless, okay. So I'm going to ask you guys. I mean, Sean, you're willing to get. I would love your opinion too. But to the Jets fans here, I looked at our opponents for next year, and if everything goes right for the New York Jets, which we know it will not because we're the New York Jets. If everything goes right, if we get an awesome offensive coordinator, awesome defensive coordinator, if every one of our picks works out, our offensive line, we get Dante Moore, we have an awesome offensive line, we draft another kick-ass wide receiver, and we have A.D. Mitchell, Garrett Wilson, and this other great receiver. Mason Taylor's working out. We re-sign Breece Hall. We bolster our defense through free agency and other draft picks, and everybody works out. And once again, this will be their first year as a team. But let's just say everything works out for the New York Jets and they just improve so much. I still only see at the best an 8-win season. And we're not going to get 8 wins. So that means, let's say a nice 5. Aaron Glenn doesn't stick around. And I'll show you this. I'll show you this. These are our opponents for next year. And here's where I get the 8 wins. If everything works out perfectly, we beat the Vikings, no offense. We beat the Raiders, we beat the Cleveland Browns, we beat the Miami Dolphins. Those are our 4 home wins. Our away wins. We beat the Cardinals. We beat the Chiefs because we play them while Patrick Mahomes is still out with his Achilles injury. We beat the Titans, we beat the Dolphins again. And that's best case scenario. I don't even see if Aaron Glenn could keep his job if we go 8-9.
No.
And that's best case scenario. And it's not going to be that. Tommy, your thoughts?
Yeah, that's best case, and that's probably putting it lightly. I don't see too many. I mean, it's always hard to tell, right? Because some teams could, blow you out of the water in one year, and there's always those really weird years where some teams just magically are good, but that's tough, man. It's looking like Glenn might be a 2 and out of here.
Yeah. I mean, that is a brutal schedule. And let's just say that we play the Chiefs later in the year. That takes away that win. That bumps it down to 7. And now we're assuming we're going to beat the Dolphins twice, which we haven't done in however long.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like we're looking at this schedule. We're looking at, let's not say best case. Let's just say a good case. We're looking at 5 wins again. We're looking at 5 wins.
4.
Or 4. Because the Browns could improve. The Vikings could improve.
Yeah, without knowing who our quarterback is going to be starting, in my opinion, because there's nothing definite. Like there's, to me, it's a 50-50 toss-up between the Minnesota and the New York. And the other thing I'll say pertaining to the Vikings is Brosmer cannot return. He's not a backup on any team. We should get rid of him today, honestly.
He'd be a backup on the New York Jets.
Oh,
he'd probably be our starter.
He made JJ McCarthy look competent. That's how bad it was.
No, but I will say this, and actually that's another thing that we have in common, Sean. Both of us are upset, are very upset that we don't have Sam Darnold on our team anymore.
Yeah, 1,000%. I mean, Matt, he's the only quarterback since Tom Brady to go back-to-back 14-win seasons.
Maddie, look at that. Look at those teams. I mean, are we
Titans,
looking at
Cardinals, Browns, Raiders?
4.
Yeah. I see 7 wins max.
Yeah, I mean,
max.
That's best case scenario, and
because they're going to lose the one that they should win.
The best case does never. It's not a thing for the Jets.
No, that's not in the card for the Jets. That's why I said even a best case scenario
it's
for the New York
wins
Jets
at most, and I mean,
I honestly still don't know how Minnesota got 9 wins this year with how shitty we were with quarterback.
And by the way, everybody who's watching, thank you so much. You guys are amazing. I'm sorry it's the end of the season. We've had so many people popping in and out. We had Mets in here, obviously Tommy and Sean and Jay, our Pittsburgh Steelers correspondent. It's just been a busy show, but I appreciate all you guys in here. Please hit that like button while you're in here. It's free. It helps out the show. But like looking at that, guys, like Green Bay, Denver, Bills, Patriots, Bears, Lions.
Patriots is two automatic losses.
Yeah, Lions, Kansas City. If we play them when Mahomes is back, the Chargers, Bills again, Patriots again. What the hell?
Chargers could be one of those sneaky wins,
Guess
just
what
because the
I've
Chargers are
got?
so inconsistent this year.
The most amazing offseason for me to think differently, and they would still have to do something in the first 4 games that I don't expect them to do.
Maybe they should trade for Sauce Gardner.
I bet they could get him for a second.
You can bag a chip at this point. Jesus, he went what 1-7 on both teams.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
He's first NFL player to ever do that. Now,
That's
granted,
hilarious.
It's like the opposite of Sam Darnold.
No, but that's an asterisk because he only played 1 game with the.
They got
with the
hurt.
Colts.
I mean, cut him some
Yeah.
slack.
Oh, fuck him. I don't give
Yeah,
a shit.
I don't like.
I don't hate Sauce.
I've never.
I mean,
you guys
he-
know I've never been a
Matt's
Sauce.
having emotions here. Come on, man.
He didn't ask to be traded.
No, but Tommy's right. He said, like Tommy said, he's never been a sauce guy. If you actually look at him, aside from that first season, he got in the last 2 seasons, he got 1 interception and it was thrown directly to him. and his penalties have been through the roof.
I agree. But I'm just
His
not a Sauce
tackling has been spotty at best.
I'm just not a Sauce hater. I understand if you're not a Sauce guy. I'm just not a hater.
I like Honey Mustard.
And once again, and I'm not. I say fuck him, but still, he didn't choose to be traded. He seemed at least like a loyal Jet because he re-signed. Him and Garrett Wilson re-signed.
Yeah.
So you got to give him that credit. He was willing to stay with the Jets for another 4 or 5 years. So I can't fault him there. But yeah, this is going to be an interesting playoffs. A lot of teams in there that you're not used to seeing. What are the Vikings picking? How many picks do they have? In the
18. Well, we have the 18th overall pick, and I want to get rid of our GM. I don't want him in charge of another one of our drafts right now. I mean,
you have enough cap space? Like, what are you going to do?
Our cap space is terrible because I think we were the most expensive team this year, and in the cap hit next year is going to be miserable. So it's just, it's not a good situation.
That's the one thing we have going for us. We have tons and tons of cap space and tons of draft picks.
And the early prognostications are, I see Vikings accounts saying like we should go after a cornerback in the first round. Granted, I do want a good cornerback, but every time we draft one, the first round one, they just never pan out. And the one I thought actually we were going to have is going to actually get a lot of good value. He came in like the 3rd or 4th round, was when Kyrie Jackson got drafted, and unfortunately was in that car accident.
Well, let me bring this up. I will say this, and Tommy, I want your thoughts. Even though it was brought up to me by John Radcliffe, who had let me down, even though it was brought up to me by him, I watched a lot of stuff on Caleb Downs, and he is exactly what we need for our run defense. And if I don't know if we could get him at the, what do we have, the 16th pick? I think that's going way too far down. But if Moore does not declare, would you be willing, without trading down, to take Downs at number 2?
Probably not. No, I couldn't. There's no way I could go that high for a safety.
So if Downs doesn't, if Moore does not declare, who do you want to take at number 2 if we have to stick at number 2?
If we have to stick at number 2, I'd rather us take like an edge or a wide receiver. I mean, Arvell Reese looks really good. Ruby Bain, obviously, but he's got small arms. People don't like that. Jordan Tyson's not bad. Cardinal Tate. It's just safety's a position where, man, you can find some decent guys in the later rounds. I love Caleb Downs.
You could get him at 18
great.
or 17, whatever the Colts pick is.
Yeah, if he
you're not going to get down. You're not going to get Downs at 17.
You never know, man.
That's true.
I guess you never know, but in every mock
look,
I've
dude,
seen,
I mean,
Let's
nobody
see how they
thought
look in the
Sanders was going
combine.
5th. Again, totally 2 different players. All I'm saying is that depending on who needs a safety, et cetera, there's a very good chance that a position like safety could slip that far.
You guys ever see that clip of Merrill Hodge where he's dissecting Clowney and Manziel, and he was 100% on the money, but then shortly after they got rid of him because it's like he wasn't what they wanted in terms of their talking heads, but he knew how to just analyze so well these draft picks.
Yeah, Hodge did a good job. AJ Halsey from LSU could be a decent guy if they go in like the second or third round. If he falls that far, he might not.
That's the thing that you can't.
Hold on, let me follow that up with you, Tommy, real quick. If Downs falls to 16, do you take him?
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
All right, fair enough. What were you saying, Maddie?
Oh, just the thing about the draft. These last few drafts have been so. Everybody thinks they know what's going to happen, and then shit goes completely sideways. So, that's one of the things that the draft is definitely more exciting, I feel like, the last few years than it has been. So, who knows what could happen?
I mean, I'm very excited because it's like last year we had 1 first round and 1 second round, I believe. And it's, I don't,
like a normal team.
Yeah, well, to sit through all those picks and just waiting to watch your team to pick. To have so many in the top 40 or 45, whatever it is, to have 4 picks, and I'm going to be watching day 1 and day 2.
Well, where's the draft taking place this year?
We're picking.
Where is the draft going to be though?
Oh, I don't know. Where is it this year?
Pittsburgh, I think. I think it's Pittsburgh.
Oh, that might be right. That's
where the hell are they going to fit all that stage and everything?
Double check. Yeah, it is in Pittsburgh.
They don't have like a lot of
question.
Extra space in that city like the other ones do.
That's a great question.
Unless they do it at the majority of it at the stadium.
They do round 2 and 3 both on the second day, right?
Yeah.
I'm not. We don't have a third round pick, I don't think.
Could you imagine being one of those people in that like massive humanity? Like I need a bathroom. I can't be in the middle of all these humans.
Well, no, it's like on New Year's Eve in Times Square. You have to wear a diaper.
Oh no. It's such a romantic idea until you realize people smell like piss and shit.
Well, you have no choice. They don't let you out. I was watching this whole thing about how once they let you into those little cages, those little bike rack like cages, you can't leave. If you leave, you're done.
You can't come back
in. So you have to have something to charge your phone the entire time. You have to, imagine you get pickpocketed,
I bet pickpocketing is easy in those little cages.
Oh, dude, they're just like, I'm going to be here for an hour, take 10 wallets, and I'm out of here.
I'll tell you what, I watched a lot of that that Dick Clark's Rockin' Boppin' New Year's Eve this year, and they kept playing. Like I'm sitting there with my daughters, and even at 9 and 5, they knew some of the songs and some of these performers. I didn't know any of these people. I'm like, how old am I getting? And then all of a sudden, they did the New Kids on the Block, followed by 4 Non-Blondes, followed by Mariah Carey, and I'm like, oh, they must be kicking this for the old folks because I know.
After 9 o'clock, they started giving you,
Yeah, well, they can't put those guys on at like 11 because all the old people like me are like, oh, we're going to go to bed. They got to
watch Jeopardy. Hold on, be right back.
Yeah, I was impressed, and when 4 Non-Blondes came on, I looked at my wife and I was like, holy shit, 4 Non-Blondes. I was like, if they don't play that one fucking song. What's
their only song?
No, correct. I thought they were going to come out and be like, here's one off our latest album.
Yeah, here's our newest album, is our new single.
I don't want this shit. Like, play the song that everyone wants you to. No, but they played What's Going On.
Well, yeah, what else would they play?
It was good. But okay, we're going to start wrapping this up. Sean, thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate it.
Yeah, guys.
Once again, never be a stranger.
All right, guys. I'll see you on Saturday?
Yep, Saturday, 9 p.m.
All right, fellas. Thank you.
Later,
Have a
buddy.
good one.
Later, Sean.
And Tommy, let everybody know where you are and where you're going. You're going to the Hula Bowl tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I'm going to be here until Friday. And
When's the actual bowl game?
Saturday. I'm not staying for that shit. Nobody stays for the game. Nobody stays for the game, Mikey.
What you go down there. You're going to watch all the practices, all the press conferences.
As to what you actually do for a living right now.
Yeah, I do like a lot of the scouting stuff.
NCAA fucking hype man. What are you, the Flavor Flav to the college football's Chuck D?
Flavor Flav.
Nobody goes to the game. Even half the players aren't going to go to the fucking game.
Jesus,
that seems
I don't understand how. This is why I don't follow college football.
Yeah, the games are more or less useless.
Jesus Christ.
All the scouts are here. Even the scouts don't stay for the games. Everybody's here for the practices so they can take their notes and get everything firsthand so they can relay it to whoever. And then, there's no way I'm staying for the game. Now, the guy I'm with, my employee, I might make him stay for the game, but that's just the.
Do you have other guys? Boss. Do you have other guys with the league winners who are any other bowl games?
What does that pay?
Depends on how much you work.
Football game.
Yeah, depends on.
My articles will get clicks. I mean, people will say I'm fucking retarded.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends on what you want to do. To be honest, I do have other people. There's the American Bowl. I think that's next week. I have two different people. I'm not even going to that one. I can't be bothered.
I would like to go to Tostitos at the half.com.
That one's also in Florida. I think it's in Orlando. They're doing it at UCF. And then there's the Shrine Bowl that's later this month. I'm going to be at that one. And then there's the Senior Bowl. There's the CGS All-Star Game, too, that starts on the 9th, which is for, like, lower-end guys. That's in Texas. I was going to go to that, but I decided to come here instead.
That might be kind of a kick-ass time, dude. Like, you just go fuck around.
Dude, it's fun.
Drunk and, like, no one gives a shit. You could write an article and be like, yeah, the team that wore red beat the team that wore fucking white by 30, whatever.
I mean, they have a lot of good coaches here.
Articles
John Fox is here. Jay and John Gruden are the head coaches for both of the teams here. I saw Jay Gruden at the restaurant I was at with his wife, smoking hot wife. No offense, Jay, if you're listening. There's a lot of cool people here. Ike Hilliard's here too. He's one of the coaches.
Real quick, Tommy. I'm upset. I'm actually upset. I thought of this after Sean left, but I think it was last week or the week before. I brought up the graphics from the Pop-Tart Bowl.
Yeah.
And how they had the not only the end zones but the sidelines and then the helmets.
Yeah, with the little dude.
And I was so fucking offended because I'm looking at it going, motherfucker, if I'm a senior and I'm not making it to the NFL, and my last game I have to have sprinkles on my fucking helmet. Like I was like, okay, end zone, fine. You know, having little Pop-Tarts running around the stadium, okay, it's a little clownish. But to put it on the fucking helmets, it was just like, to me, that was so.
I would lie to my kids and be like, I was in the Cambodia Bowl.
That's what they do. They like buy into that heavy. I had somebody at the Boca Raton Bowl, and their sponsor was Bush's Beans. So they had a trophy, and inside the trophy, it was like a bowl trophy, and they just had fucking beans in there and had the players eat the beans out of it.
I get that.
Have you seen the Duke's Mayo Bowl where they have a big fucking thing of mayo?
No, I'm okay with he was explaining to me the Xbox trophy.
Oh yeah.
You know, it looks
that one was cool. Yeah,
I'm okay with them doing that with the trophies and maybe but to put fucking Pop-Tart sprinkles on football players' helmets,
I want
to
the
me,
Viagra Bowl. Sponsored by the Adult Video Awards.
That would be. You know what? I'd buy in. I'd buy into the AVN Viagra Bowl.
The AVN Viagra Bowl, and it's just like all of the fucking freaks are there.
You know what, Maddie? Next year, we're gonna vote on what college teams should be in the AVN Viagra Bowl.
Yeah, we are doing that next year for sure.
That's hilarious.
And then we're going to send Tommy and the league winners to whatever city we think.
No, Tommy just has to write up a mock article, like a fake Onion article.
Yes.
How the game went down.
Yes.
That should be
dude, you have no idea. Some of these games that get so bad, like, and some of my because I go and I like train some of my writers and shit, and they'll come with me to the games, and someone will be like, hey, you want me to write the recap? And I'll be like, nope, and I'll have that shit done by like the third quarter, and then I'll be going down on the field and I'll just add shit from my phone, and they're like, how the fuck are you doing this? I'm like, bro, once you do this,
doing it forever.
Yeah, once you've been doing it, like it's just
if you do hire me, I want it in my contract that I will sneak an Aqua Teen reference into every article I write.
Hey, that'd be fine.
Both of you.
I've been trying to get some.
Sorry, you're not cool.
No, I'm too cool. That's the problem.
We could talk about this. I don't know. I want to quit my job. I don't want to work. Like we talk about work at like my job. It's hilarious. People are like, yeah, man, overtime. This, you got so much seniority. You're gonna take all the overtime. I'm like, listen, I don't want to be here for the time I'm scheduled to be here, let alone any extra time. Fuck that.
Yeah. I'm busting my ass trying to get this shit.
The problem
going.
is writing about the Buffs and the fucking Rams. Ugh.
It can get rough. That's why I try telling people too. Like at the start of every season, everyone is always very high
gung-ho
energy.
and,
Yeah. And
By,
I have to
game
remind
6,
you,
they're like, this
Yeah.
fucking team is retarded.
like, hey, some of your guys' teams are going to suck ass, and
Yeah.
you have to stay with that the entire year.
You
Otherwise,
got to be
get
Harry
fired.
Doyle from Major League. You just got to
Yeah.
go through it.
Yeah, literally.
Nobody cares. Nobody's listening to this shit anyway.
Rusty Spooner has it right. The AVN Viagra Bowl would take place in Las Vegas. So over the next week or two, I'm going to find a way to make the most kick-ass graphic of what the graphic
who
would look like.
The winner? Who hands out the
Jenna
trophy?
Jameson.
No way, dude. She looks like fucking Jello melted.
Oh, okay. I don't know who new porn stars. Who are new porn stars?
That's a Google for you.
That's a good question. Yeah, there you go. That's a good answer. That's a good answer to that.
Some of us want to stay married.
No, it would be cool. I know he had some troubles, and now he's completely. If he didn't have his
wheel Ron Jeremy out onto the
Ron
stage.
Jeremy, that's what I was gonna say.
Like you want to talk about
How
somebody
old
who's
is
like
he
a
now?
melted gummy bear
70?
sitting in a wheelchair. Like,
I don't care.
"Yeah,
Ron
yeah."
Jeremy presenting the trophy for the
One of my
AVN.
favorite Ron Jeremy story might be is, do you remember? I think it's what's that Jason Statham movie? It's like Crank 2, where they're driving through like in the porn stars or.
Okay, yeah.
Ron Jeremy was not hired by the production company. He just showed up and was like, "I want in," and they were like,
I respect it.
All right, but you're not really getting paid or anything." And he was just like, "No, it's fine." And they were like, "We didn't ask you to come here, dude."
No, I've heard
everyone
that
was
about
so
him.
Weirded out, yeah.
I've heard he shows up to places, or he used to show up to places, and he would actually get cast in movies. And a lot of the times, his scene would just end up being cut.
Yeah.
But Ron Jeremy just.
I secretly wonder, did Matt and Trey fucking ask him to be an Orgasmo, or did he just happen to walk on and
He
be
just
like,
walks in and just throws his dick on the table.
he's like, "I'm a henchman. You've seen my balls."
Oh, we have an update from the Viagra Bowl. 28-28 with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left.
Oh, that's the FCS game tonight.
Oh, okay. Wrong bowl. Sorry.
Yeah, I was going to go to that, actually.
But that's a Google for you. All right, Tommy, let everybody know your stuff. And I appreciate you definitely coming on. We need you to be on more often.
Yeah, I know it's been rough. Thankfully, yeah. Well, after this month, I'm not really going to be doing shit because I'm skipping the combine. I'm sending my little minions out there so they can have some fun and engage with people. But yeah, you can find me at my right there. It's Tommy CFB, or you can find us at the League Winners. It's at the League Winners. It's spelled how it sounds. Very fun stuff. We're in year 2, about to go into year 3. We've only grown exponentially, and it's just going to keep getting better. Oh, I saw a comment from Brian. He wanted to ask something about some draft stuff. I think he asked a couple of other guys I want, but I think I could save that for next time. Maybe. I don't know how much time you guys have if you're trying to get the hell out of here.
No, what was he asking for, the Jets?
Yeah, he's asking for like defensive Jets guys to look at for this draft.
Well, we could definitely designate a whole draft show here if we can make sure that we get some time with you on. But
was it Saturday? I come back. I'll be back in New York Saturday, so I can.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying it would be probably a good idea for us to, before the draft, actually have like this is the draft centric show.
Oh yeah, because I have a guy who does strictly film stuff.
I mean, especially after the combine, and if Moore is going to declare, I guess he has to by I think the 16th or the 24th.
Not much time left for him.
Yeah, he doesn't have a whole lot of time, so we'll definitely. I mean, look, Brian, we will definitely touch on it for sure.
And yes, it is the League Winners.
Yeah, and if you look on Instagram, it's all one word. The League Winners, and you'll find Instagrams where we have all the video mock-ups and all that stuff, player interviews and things like that. I'll be at the Shrine Bowl. I won't be at the game though, because I don't go to those, unfortunately. But
well, guys, I say this every time Tommy's on the show, but if you really do want good college football takes, and especially for a lot of teams, you may not get a lot of like big time coverage. His Twitter's fantastic. You'll catch a lot of games, a lot of shit where you'll learn a lot. So it's worth a follow if nothing else.
I appreciate you guys. All right. I appreciate you guys having me on. It's been way too long.
Great to see you, brother.
Happy New Year, Tommy.
Highlight of my night.
Take care. Thank you.
Have a good one. All right, Maddie.
Man,
that was
great to have Tommy on for like a whole show. That was fantastic.
Yeah, we got to do that more often. I know he's super busy during the football season.
He's slammed. But like I say, we definitely got to set aside a league or a draft show, like a once a few things settle down. I mean, nothing's set in stone, but right now everything's up in the fucking air.
Ali, we go the whole off season, buddy. We stay Saturdays and Monday nights. Both will be at 9 p.m. And like I said, we're going to start doing fun stuff like I've started to do on Saturday nights where we had so much fun on this past Saturday night. We did another Richard Dawson Family Feud, and my wife has always told me how creeped out she was by Richard Dawson. And I always said, nah, he's a pimp. He's awesome. This, that, and the other thing. Maddie,
Did you finally see the light on that one?
Maddie, there was 5 women on one team and 4 women on the other team.
And they all left pregnant.
Well, the team with 4, it was the mom and all of her children. And she goes, oh, yeah, and these are my children, and they're in order of age, not height. So the next girl next to her was 17. Okay. Then there was a boy, and then there were 2 more girls.
We're like 11 and 9.
No, don't get crazy. But the youngest, she goes, he first off, Richard Dawson, after kissing them all on the mouth, goes up to this girl and goes, he goes, oh, you look so sweet. How old are you? And she says 13 and a half. And Richard Dawson mouth kisses her. And I just went, okay, my wife might be right. I was like, this was brutal.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to, as much as we all love Richard Dawson, I'm also really glad that I'm not going on the Price is Right with my 4 daughters.
Well, but that's the thing. It's like we when we watched it, I had a bunch of people in here and we were all putting in our guesses. And if the Midnight Mike, you know how sometimes on Family Feud they do like Gilligan's Island versus the Brady Bunch?
Yeah.
If they ever put Midnight Mike show up against someone else, me and the team we had, I think it was Scott, I forget who else was in here, we would have wiped the fucking table. We did so good. Yeah, I was so proud of us. So Ali, just like on Saturday nights where we do old game shows, there's going to be other things that we're going to come up with and do. And me and Maddie used to do a midnight or a Mike and Maddie's top 5.
Yeah, we've done all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, we've run the course with that. But this off season, it's going to be fun. And of course, we'll always start off with Jet Stock. So
yeah, it's a little rough from February through the first week of April, but we will talk about whatever happens to be there.
And thank you, Trev Factor. We appreciate that.
Thanks for coming in.
Just checking some of these. People saying goodbye to Tommy. Talking some MLS. Holy shit, they blocked it. I'm not watching the game. Not watching the game. But Maddie, we haven't had a show with that many.
Great show, man. A lot of guests, a lot of talking, a lot of good times. Like I say, man, I haven't seen Mets all year, so.
Oh, I didn't. You know what, Maddie? I always miss. I just saw that you and Mets were in the private chat. I always forget about the private chat.
Yeah.
Ugh, the shame on me.
That he doesn't know how to spell no.
What did he do? Spell it N-O or K-N-O-W? Yeah.
You know who it is.
All right. Well, let's call it a night, Maddie.
All right, kids. We'll see you Saturday night. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go play Arc Raiders probably for the next 4 hours. So,
did you start reading at all any of that Fright Night book?
No, I
have to restart it. I have to restart from the beginning because
I got into this new writer. It's a Dutch guy, and his shit's just wild, dude. It's some great horror, and it's just kind of grabbed a hold of me. But I will show everybody this because I talked about it. It is here.
The Rosemary's Baby.
Yes, sir. It's so pretty. Oh God, it's a lovely, lovely little trinket.
A nice signed Rosemary's Baby for what is that? Is that a first edition?
Oh yeah, first print, first edition. It's it's Rusty Spooner. The burnt peanut is really fucking annoying. Actually, I can't stand his videos, but I have watched a few to learn a few things.
Well, that was a crazy show I didn't expect. A lot of people got in touch with me, Maddie, but I Sean sent me a message and Tommy sent me a message, and then I know Jay sometimes will come in and whatnot. But I usually they'll send me messages and then something happens. Tonight we got almost everybody. Even Abe sent me a message. I'm surprised Abe didn't show up.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised he didn't show up too, actually.
And there you go. You are awesome, Mike, Maddie, and Gang Green Fam. Stream ID. What does that mean?
Steam ID.
Oh, Steam. Oh, that's the video game thing. All right, Maddie will get you that if he
Hang
plays.
on.
Hold on, we'll wait for Maddie to get that in the chat. Everybody, if you want to do this Steam video game playing with Maddie.
So what's funny is, so my name's Yosarian27, and there's some other motherfucker who adopted that, and I'm not happy about it.
Yosarian 27.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, what's your fucking problem, dude?
Why can you have the same handle? I don't understand.
Because my login is Matty Jets, and but like you can change your name to whatever. And so when I first started it, I just did my usual everybody knows me as. But I was like, all right, I'll just swap it out. And so that's where I went. And it's but yeah, so it's funny because my buddy was like, yeah, dude, I went to, because we have what we call the welfare account, which is where you have another like account, but it's like you don't spend any money on your games. You just play on merit only. Like you don't buy, download, or like extra shit for your stuff. He goes, yeah, who's this fucking guy? I'm like, I don't know, but I'm gonna fucking have to go to, I think he's in like South fucking Carolina, and I'm gonna have to go murder him.
Yeah, that's shitty.
Yeah, so it is what it is.
Well, Maddie, have a good night.
All right, girls, I will see you Saturday.
How's your wife feeling? Any better?
A little, but it ain't much better.
Oof.
Like, I mean, she, went in, did the thing, but it's nothing nice. But
all right,
it's just that time of the year, kids.
See
you Saturday. Hope everybody has an awesome week, and I will talk to you soon.
Have a good one, Maddie. All right, folks, that does it here from the Long Island Sound. Thank you so much for being here. Hit the like button on your way out. It supports the show. It helps Maddie. It helps myself. And I was going to say it helps the New York Jets, but nothing helps the New York Jets. The New York Jets are a lost cause, at least for now. But looking at next year's schedule, it's not looking good for Aaron Glenn, no matter how good this team drafts, free agency. Yes, that's a rough schedule. That's it here from, like I said, from the Long Island Sound. I am Midnight Mike, and we will see you Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And remember, I don't know who it was. I don't know if it was Ali or who was in here fighting for Supermarket Sweep. We put a poll up on Saturday night on which game show that we will end the show with a watch-along. And Family Feud will not be on it this week because it won this past Saturday night. But you could go back and watch all those old shows. Just skip halfway through if you only want to check out the game show watch-alongs. They're all good. We've done Newlywed Game. We've done 2 Family Feuds. We've done Nickelodeon Guts. And I forget if it was Ollie. Somebody was in here being like, oh, we got to do Supermarket Sweep. That's always an option. I think I'm going to give an option one of these weeks of Legends of the Hidden Temple. Blind Date from the late 90s, early 2000s. A lot of fun old game shows, and it's way more fun, especially as a group, than you would think. So anyway, I am Midnight Mike. Yeah, Blind Date. There you go. Oh, Sir Luca, he was one of my boys. He was one of my boys that would have been on the Midnight Mike team that we would have dominated in Family Feud. If it was me, Sir Luca, Scott Foster, a few of us. Have a good night, everybody. You're late, Johnny boy.